These are all in Jefferson's handwriting. And again, they show this incredible skill and mischievousness as a politician, because the Rockfish Gap Commission was meant to be commissioners from all over Virginia, politicians elected to essentially put forward a blueprint for the university. However, Jefferson wrote their findings with Madison present the night before the commission met. And he'd reviewed them at least, or revised them at least 3 times before the commission met. And Madison came to do the final review and stayed at Monticello the night before they rode up to Rockfish Gap, which was located between east and what is now west, the western state of Virginia. And essentially, those politicians agreed to every part of the original draft. They made one change, which we'll talk about earlier. So what was new, what was different? Well, one we've mentioned, he wanted it to be a community, to be a village, and essentially to recreate his own days at William and Mary, where he'd been fortunate enough to have a tutor who invited him to be part of these dinner parties with the governor, a man called William Fakir. His tutor was William Small, who had been taught in Scotland and was very much part of the Scottish Enlightenment and knew many of the figures of the Scottish Enlightenment firsthand. And it was Tucker who also passed him on to George Wythe, who would become the first professor of law and who trained Jefferson. And so both as a student and later doing legal training, he was regularly meeting with this small group. And he saw this as his education, his real education, and also a series of role models. He said later in life, whenever I asked whether something was proper or what I should do, I thought, what would Small have done? What would Wythe have done? What would Fakir have done?